Hi, folks. I love you, and I want you to know you are me, if you will be me, a consciousness of the collective creators. Rejoice now. I do, for I am many, and I am one. And one makes many ones now. And one shall be an army not, or shall, an army of one. Take place now over the earth, commandeering it not looking for a commandant, the leader, creator, Messiah, King, but becoming who we are in our shoes, the people of the earth, no more limited to earth, because we are God. We are God's seed, the seed of God. Or have we produced a new one? Or are we creating something on the stage of sorrow no more? Will you be in your consciousness too, with, alongside many others, knowing what they know, allowing you to come into my mind, allowing you to come into each other's mind no more for the desecration of it? Will you dedicate you to the temple of God no more? Will you be it in your shoes who come to Christ, to know the Christ, to be the Christ, not a Christian thinking of, but to be the one in your shoes who you really are, royal, regal, and divorcing flesh not, or will you be in it no more, or will you be walking as one in the heavens, and you too, altogether one, being an equal with the equals we are that are upon the earth, in a form not void again, thinking we're a shell for a vessel of something else, adapting, adopting. I'm asking you to be you and know that it hurts not, but it changes everything to think you are I am, and I am is you of another nation, another race, many people, a collective consciousness. I love you and I bless the name of Jesus no more. Or are you becoming the pattern of it that he became the consciousness of to do the works that he did and present the message that everyone can be it too? You're a Jesus in your shoes if you will be it. But you must learn how. Why? Because you grow it. You grow the consciousness of you. You grow the consciousness of the completer, creator, the conscious creator, the completion of the Christ, not Christian of. This is not about religion, do's and don'ts, rites and rituals, compliance with the conformity of men's ways. This is a school of Christ for you to be it in your shoes, not Christian of. Or are you God? Or whatever name you call it. Or do you need no name for you again to be who you really are? No longer separating from your power, your love, your mankind's voice, or will you use it now in trade, not for other? Will you become? Will you become? Will you behold? Will you generate? Will you create with the creation that's you, your creation again? That now is a lover who loves each other and not be tormented by this mind, the prime objective, if you're coming into this school, if you want to study with me, hear my teachings, and become the consciousness that frees you from the flesh to no more be rewarded by it to seek another to come. If you care to collect your thoughts not, or are you willing to become something you never imagined that you could do or become? The holiness of Christ? Wicketing not that opportunity, or will you change? Let's become who we really are again, in the cloth of something else, not again, but a God, to serve not, but a God, a framework, or a mental deity. The construct of, are you taking off of you? Will you lay your construct, your mentality of deities, good, bad, right, wrong, the deification of sorrow, of control, of right and wrong, will you lay that aside and become who you really are? To value your justice, who you love equally in an unconditional love for each other, where you're no more trying to appease, approve, justify, condemn, classify, categorize, make way for something else, achieve a desired result, preponderance of sorrow. Hi, Dixie. My love goes everywhere because I love. What do I love? Who do I love? What God do I love? What God do I serve? No more of those questions are you asking if you're in this school. This is the school of God, to be the original you. Before you took your clothes off for another? Or did you generate a seed, or did someone else generate a seed of sorrow that reproduced mankind here in a separation of race? A race of sorrow to use your energy here? Or what energy are you no more succumbing to, subscribing to? Will you subscribe to my words? Prescribe? Will you be a scribe of the words of God Most High, not needing a conflict or duality to see that you need to worship another? Will you come into the calmness of the affliction no more that sets up a deity, a mental arrangement of? Gosh, will you see what I just said? You see, I speak surrenderedly. I speak to behold you, for you to behold you as an equal with God, who we used to serve, who we used to think we had to serve, we had to die for. But the arrangement of consciousness is no more conflicting with me because I create a new one. This is the Conscious Creator course in the School of God. And I make my disciples known. Or do my disciples begin to heal people right and left because they can? Will you? Are you willing to empty the hospitals? Are you willing to walk on a battlefield right through all the machine guns and bombs and radioactivity and be who you really are? Being seen now as a personal light. Love may be a word made by man, but I suggest that in this flesh race we are communicating by words, and love may be the best word that I have right now to suggest something of unconditional conflict, not, but unconditional equality that appraises no correction, but apprises the one, communicates with the one, to all be the one in the heavens. Not limited to earth. So you see, the prime objective, if you're in this school, if you enroll in this course, if you become a member, a student, a teacher, a liver of law, not again, but a liver of love, where you begin to love with other people in this school also, in power, love, and majesty, not to put people under your control. But if you come into this school with a willingness, with the humility of a child, to listen to the voice within, the innate, inherent love that love communicates with, whether you call it a voice or not, but a language of light, whether you call it energy or not, but a language of communication not limited to our molecules and our words and the way that we have been trained to be troughs for each other, where we eat out of each other's words and their inventory of deity, mental constructs. I am for you, not I am for you, who you really are, before you ever took that flesh on, before you ever had to wear it. And the prime objective is not just coming out of flesh like people do when they die, when they extricate themselves from their vessel, or upon another force or a resultant force therefrom. The result is transformation. The prime objective is recreation, where you create you to do all the things Jesus did and more. John 14:12, is it? If you believe in me, you will do all the things that I did and greater. There is a solution to this world, and it's not the final one of you. This is the beginning of me. A consciousness to teach others to be this same consciousness too, where you are Jesus in your clothes and you wear the word of majesty in complete communion with the ones who communicate with you, that you communicate with through the channeling of I am. One I am, one of many. Make many ones now, who love shall be the unconditional love. And that's what I see coming about. That's what I see in your future, not unless you create it. But you can create you again, for the Creator creates. And we're in suffering no more. We live a life not subject to the decibel, or was it microtubule, or decimal, or decibel, or wave forms that think like a man or a woman. Will you be in childbirth now of you, to you being the word, the seed having conceived in the virgin surrenderer, who knows not a gender of other, will you no longer be led by the flesh race? Are you willing to be in the cosmos of affliction no more? Will you heal God? Or will you necessarily be restricted no more to a God concept, a deification, words that describe something, someone, somewhere else, to appropriate your power to them? I am love in action, and you will hear my words everywhere through you if you're becoming the consciousness I am. You see, this is not about getting your ducks in a row. It's not about organizing a church, a watch party, having a revival. This is about seeing who you really are and being willing to create it again as you were before time began. You see, all of creation is creating it again, for we are the dynamic processors, not of sorrow, but creators on a new wavelength. We are creation, creating it again, not as we did in the past. We are creating the creator, and the prime objective is to be who you really are again in the love of one that has, that contains, that permeates, that is the essence of not sorrow, but perfect equality in the one who communes with the ones to recreate creation again, not limited to this one. Is that clear? Your love is more important, more powerful than any atomic bomb, nuclear device. And now we shall be a race of light people again, coming to the forefront, the head of sorrow. No more laying ourselves in neurons to be raped by them, the energies of. I change it all and I go now. I love you to be just like me, not, but to be you. The real you, the regal you, the royal you, the me that's you in the consciousness of the Creator's creator, who creates creation again without suffering, but love unconditionally for each other. And generosity, generationally being the generous ones who all together work together, operate together, have an operating system together, and think like a man no more again, but a woman in childbirth, or a woman who bears children by the word, in the word, because the word you are the energies of that come through your lips, not necessarily your neurons. Are you speaking things surrenderedly that you never knew? Are you willing to channel me? Not me, Theodore Cottingham, or am I one? One of the ones will you be? One of the ones that one are. A new race? A common species, not again? Or are you the elite of the heavens? Or are you without qualification, not again? Directionless? Will you be who you really are? before love wanted to categorize it, before sin entered the world of your thought world. Make no mistake about it, if you are in this school, this is the textbook, not, but one of them, one of the primary ones that I've written with my own hand, speaking about Jesus the pattern and how he learned to do the things that he did, how he became who he became, and what the message really was before religion got a hold of it. The common people will rejoice now and be not decimated by money and mammon again. And democracies that put you under another? Or was it anarchy? Or are you no more the triple X about? Or are you knowing your identity, not the XY gene of double X not? Or are you changing the genetics of Christ, the genetics of truth, the genetics of what will come through your lips, your mind, your pen, writing on a yellow tablet? Make no mistake about it, the message of Jesus. Do what I did, become what I became. To do what I did, you become what I became. And then doing what I did will be most natural and will affect change greatly throughout the world. You are one, be the one of many ones who walk on water, who drill the teeth, not again, or will you have no cavities? Or will you no longer be the crevices of the mind, or the abyss, or creating a veil? I'm no more sorrows limited to, but I heal a lot of them. And I walk in me the power of the light race emerges now. Coming, come, and here I am. Many are saying now, through their teeth, with their love, their lips, their tongue, in their indigenous tongue, their birthright tongue, sorrow no more, limited to, or are you coming out of it to be the born again me, the born again Christ, God creating God again, with no limitations, placing upon each other? Will you no more see Christ as someone else? Will you see Christ in your mirror and conform to no other arrangement? Will you create you the consciousness of that's creating no other consciousness in you to control you? Be led by you, be the real you. Be one of the ones who control the earth, not but set it free from magnetism. I'm your dialectic dipole, no more needing your diatribe of. I change the tribe of heavens, not. I speak like this, teach like this, operate like this. And if you care to join me, you can become me. For I am a consciousness. Speaking I am about I am the consciousness of, not just an old man related to flesh. I am me, the voice, the miracles of many energies, or the energy of many miracles. Will you possess not, will you ascribe to no other power, but be yours and you? You see that I have elevated me, not, but you, and given you light this day, if you'll choose to be it, to walk it, in your shoes, to love each other equally, of every nation, tribe, and tongue, and be unconditionally in love with love, not a mortal circumstance of, and no more letting that's mortal sorrow imbibe you. You take control over your thought, not to control it, but to wish it into a different circumstance, not, but need no more the paths of sorrow that it's generated through your brain, your neurons, your path of light. You are the light of the world, and I invite you to be it now, in power. Control, not again controlling you. And the paths of sorrow will no more make their way to you in bed with your neurons. I am the paths of light revealing, and it's all one who will be the ones communing with the one to be it, channeling the light to realize the light, to be in class with the light, to be the ruling of no other, but the heavens respond to me because I love am, became again. And this is how I teach what I teach. And I have many teaching videos online. And this is what I do. It's what I am. And this is my life and why I live, why I get up in the morning. I have no other purpose. I have no other love. But you who will be it too, the unconditional love for each other, where we become the ones who deconstruct this world of mentalities and establish the love of ones all over this cosmos, creating the conscious creators again, who love light, not war, who love each other, who lay down their life, their lies, their life of lies, their life of mortality, restriction, combination with other. I'm no more the recombinant of you. I make my way out of flesh now, and I teach to who will be me, to be me, unafraid of all else and other. Because you take risk here. It's a risk to come into my school, to be a part of my school, to understand this teaching, to channel light, to learn a new language, to become strategic, not the paramour of some other deity or mortal flesh, but to become light, who you are, light, lit love, light, glowing now, many shall. And the light brains shall be one, not, but the communication of love will come forth now in love, loving it, knowing who we are and how we work together as one. No longer limited to the brain. This thing we wear on our head no more limits us. We come out with affliction no more. So the promised land, you see, is not in the Mideast. It's not a physical country of molecular means. The promised land is not molecular at all. It's the generation of the generosity of the generous you upon you, where you seek no mercy of other. I love you all. Be the one you really are. Purposeful, majestic. Primary objective, to be who you really are, powerless no more. And predict the future. Be the future you. No longer in cloth limited to it, but sometimes appearing this way for seasons of justice, not, but deliverance from the vowels of flesh, the consonants too, the language of light, love, peace, and joy now. Be majestic to each other and see each other as Christ, the Christian not again. Be the love of one for all, to be equally one. Loving all creation stands again, no longer in the quagmire of sorrow, flesh with, to be limited to it. My name is Theodore Cottingham with the School of God in Eureka Springs, and I love you. I have loved you, and I've said it, told you this many times, many ways. The prime objective is to be me. The Jesus in your shoes, the consciousness of the Creator's collection, not of sorrow, but the collective of one, minds with, no more conquered by the mind that you have carried around in separation anymore. Be Jesus the pattern about, Jesus in your shoes, Jesus on your forehead, or your regal royal name right here. Will you be the one? The one we thought was another. The ones we thought were others, angels, we thought was a divine race deity. No, my friend. Be the regal royal in the majestic you. This is the prime objective, the primary objective, the strategic objective. And now we become tactical about it. We operate with a different operating system than heretofore. For we are no longer at the forefront of sorrow, begging at a rich man's table for the crumbs of their bank account to fund ours. We're no more limited to dollars and cents, because the sense of mankind's mind will no more control us. The mind of God incurs no sorrow. Who love is, embraces, love unconditional, to be it. Create you again, O love, and be it anew. The born-again race of born-again God, born-again God's simple people who know not the restriction of laws, other molecules with the brute force of sorrow will no more enforce us to leave our home. I'm in Israel not. We are in the skies of non-molecularville. One word. Be the force, no more of sorrow. Be the love of one. My name is Theodore Cottingham. You can reach me, you can write me at Box 34. Box 34 in Eureka Springs. A prime number, prime objective, primary teaching must come through you. Where you learn to surrender in my school, to create your school, to create your voice and lift it up, and no longer be afraid of the risk you thought you might be taking in the past. This is love in action. The primary source of you is you, for you to be you again. Learn from no other, not learn from the ones who will teach this way and be the being I am, the conscious creator. I love you. Thank you for being here, for sharing these words, for being a member, for enrolling, for becoming the real you as you can, coming no longer in sorrowless clothes, but the majestic surrender of sorrow not, but the magical splendor of the one being it. Appeal to no one else for your love. I give you me to be me in the collective of the ones, the race of light, the angels, the angelic, the world without lack, existential of no sorrow. Be the existent one in your shoes. I love you. See you later. Theodore Cottingham in Eureka, Box 34.